Stephanie, really impressed with your performance in this film. Just right off the bat, can you just go back to the day when you realized that you got the job? What went through your mind? And first of all, how excited, and then also how nervous because it would be a very big and challenging role.
Yes, honestly, it's the first time that I've had to take on such an important role in a movie. It's really special. And I remember the moment, it was 2 years ago, but I still remember it very clearly. And my mom came down to the kitchen, I think we were eating, and she was like, Stephanie, I've got good news. They chose you for Fatima. And I was like, I don't remember my reaction, but I was literally exploding. My insides were, and I called my whole family. I told everyone, and I was so happy. And I started, reading everything about the story and preparing myself for the shoot.
Well, obviously you're preparing because of the subject matter. There's a lot of research involved, but when you're on the set, I guess it's hard to put in words. What are the biggest lessons you learned about making this movie? Because I'm sure you learned a lot by acting with such incredible and veteran actors.
I really learned a lot from everyone, the cast and the crew, because I was surrounded by them for 2 months, and every day I came into set with the same people. I felt like, it felt warm and safe environment. And I honestly learned so much from Lúcia Moniz, my mother. She's lovely, and she taught me so many things about acting. And also Joaquim Almeida, he's a church and Sure. He's a priest in the movie, and he taught me about how he knows 7 languages and how it's so important to know that about acting and speaking lots of languages. And he was really helpful too and nice. And Goran, he was really brilliant too because I already saw him in Timeless. I saw him in that series. He's the bad guy there and the bad guy in Fatima. But the craziest thing is that in real life, he's so down to earth and, chill and funny. And he's so talented for, bringing such a tough and bad guy role in Fatima. And he was just really funny to us. And yeah, I learned from everyone, honestly. And my little cousins, I loved being around them because they were like, my younger siblings, it felt like, and it was all awesome.
You talked about you learned you got the role about 2 years ago. Now two years later, the actress you are now, I guess in what ways maybe have you changed or grown since then as an actor?
Honestly, I just have grown obviously as a person too, and I've realized that after filming this, I've gotten so many things from Lucia's character that now I've learned from her, being optimistic and being more brave and strong in different situations. And as an actor, honestly, I'm participating in a series here in Spain, and from there, and obviously right now in the middle of a pandemic, it's kind of harder, but
With Fatima, just did you love how the movie, I'm Catholic, so I really appreciated the movie, but do you also love the fact that it explores the question of faith and there's also questioning the actual subject matter. So it's not just a movie that's for the converted, it's a universal story, I guess.
honestly, I think that the biggest message in the movie is more about, having hope and faith in yourself and everyone around you and just being strong in any situation, and believing in yourself. And I think that's the most important message that the movie carries. And the meaningful message of the movie, of course, a strong message of the apparitions.
Can you talk about the locations where you shot? It's very beautiful watching it in my couch, but you're there with all the other actors acting, and I'm sure as picturesque as the area is, it must have been very hot and grueling. Or can you just talk about that location? Yeah.
We filmed in Lisbon and Tapata de Mafra and Citadel. The village scenes were in Citadel, and then in a studio for the house scenes. And I think the moment that it was the hottest was towards the ending, the raining scene. It was really hot because the weather was hot, but the beginning was more chill. It, developed throughout the film. So.
Just in general, this it when did you start your dreams of becoming an actress? Was it always when you were a child? And did working on Fatima inspire you to really make this your lifelong goal?
Yes, from when I was really little, actually, I remember watching TV shows and watching films, and see how do they do that? Is it real? I was really intrigued about that, subject. And I started dressing up and acting into, being different people. And I told my mom to, if I could take theater classes first to see if I liked, doing that. And I loved it. And then I started doing, TV series and now movies. And from Fatima, I just knew that after this shooting, I wanted to do this for as long as I could because I just love acting in general. It's really fun and it's a learning experience too. I get to travel, visit places that I've never been to before. It's awesome.
And Joaquim would talk to you about the importance of knowing so many languages. You being bilingual, how much do you see that as an advantage for you as an actress? And hopefully, this could be your passport to just shooting different films in so many different locations. Is that one of your many ambitions as well down the road?
Of course, I really like that I know English and Spanish to the perfection because I can work on, both things. And now I'm starting to learn French and Italian. So I'm starting to try, to know more languages so I can visit more places. And I think it's really fun to, learn different languages and be in different places while you're acting.
My final question to you is, Fatima is a very inspiring and memorable movie, but for you personally, what is one of your favorite movies, all-time favorite movies, and what is it about this movie that really speaks to you today? Just right off the top of your head, one of them.
A classic movie. I mean, it's really classic Titanic. I really loved it. I watched it like when I was really young and it really inspired me. It's so beautifully made. The actors are awesome. And it just really told me to, you know, it's really sad. And I just really like dramatic movies somehow. And Fatima is, drama and inspiring too. So.
And lastly, you mentioned your Spanish series. How is it impossible to work within this pandemic with the series, or how are you balancing that as well?
We're trying to keep, well, they're trying to keep everyone safe, of course, and we test each other every week before filming, so we make sure that none of us have it. And in the workplace, it's kind of everyone around us has masks on. They try to, open every single window they can. It's really careful. They're really careful about this. And I still have fun, also being aware, hand sanitizer while we're filming and all that. I still have fun while I play roles. So you just have to be more aware, of your surroundings and everything.
Speaking of being aware, how what's it like being on your, I guess, your big press tour? I guess via Zoom, your first ever meeting journalists. Has it been kind of a surreal experience for you? Very
Yeah,
quickly.
I'm so happy that even though, we're in the middle of a pandemic and it's sad, there's people, dying and out there, but we're still being able to make this, be like safe and happy environment, connecting to each other by meetings. And it's really cool that we have this new technology that we can still talk to each other.
Great, Stephanie. Thank you so much for your time and good luck with your film.
Thank you.